My task this morning is to bring remarks on behalf of the Ministry of Social Development and Youth, NEVIS. The St. Kitts and Nevis National Social Protection Strategy 2012 to 2017 has identified 9 special vulnerable groups, and the youth demographic fits into all but one of them. According to this document, these groups should be recognized as highly vulnerable and be prioritized for social protection, particularly social safety net interventions. The identification of these groups is based on the social safety net analysis of the main risks and vulnerabilities facing the population of St. Kitts and Nevis. And I brought that information here to highlight the significance of our youthful population and the significance of what we are engaging today and what we have been engaging in for the past, 15 years. Sometimes we have been active, sometimes we have been dormant in getting this policy to fruition. Our young people face numerous challenges. There are challenges of sexual urges, teenage pregnancy, adolescent paternity, dissatisfaction with the home environment, peer pressure, substance abuse, poverty, and unemployment. And of course, there are other challenges as well. And so, in light of the foregoing, the Ministry of Social Development and Youth in Nevis pledges its full support to this youth policy consultation and the development of this very important framework to give strategic direction and focus to youth development in St. Kitts and Nevis. This exercise is one that is long overdue. But as the adage goes, better late than never. Whatever the eventual outcome, in terms of the pillars that we incorporate into this policy, what is clear is that there is need for interventions that will impact the youth positively and significantly reduce juvenile delinquency, deviant behavior, and crime among our young population. And so, the Ministry of Youth in Nevis therefore takes this opportunity to commend all of the stakeholders to date who have been working on framing this youth policy. We must extend our gratitude to the federal government, the Nevis Island Administration, Departments of Youth Empowerment in St. Kitts, and Department of Youth in Nevis, the young population, private and public sector entities, our consultants, civil society, and all other interest groups. I want to end by saying, to a large measure, what the future holds depends on what we do with our here and now. I want to commend all of us on reaching this stage. Thank you very much.
It is indeed a pleasure to formally register our support for the finalization of a federal youth policy. The St. Kitts National Youth Parliament Association strongly believes and supports the involvement of young people in nation building. We believe that young people should be actively involved in decision-making processes that affect us and affect our federation. We believe that young people should be protected as they are an invaluable asset to any country. We also believe that young people should be empowered and that they should be given the necessary guidance and tools needed to unlock their true potential. We view the youth policy as a tool to ensure that the aforesaid is carried out. It is for this reason that the National Youth Parliament Association of St. Kitts supports what is taking place today. Our association has advocated for a federal youth policy for many years. We debated the need for a federal youth policy not once, but twice in the National House of Assembly during our youth parliamentary sitting in 2011 and then 2015. Having said this, we were amazed and grateful when the Minister of Youth, the Honorable Sean K. Richards, made a first public statement in 2015 indicating the need for a federal youth policy and making it a priority. I must say that I am thankful to have been given the opportunity to be a part of the steering committee, one that would have seen the policy to its completion. Today, as we conclude what has been a long journey, we encourage stakeholders to give their views and support in order to make this final stage a success. On behalf of the St. Kitts National Youth Parliament Association, I wish to thank the government of St. Kitts and Nevis, particularly the Ministry of Youth and the Minister of Youth, the Honorable Sean K. Richards, for his support and commitment. The Special Advisor to Youth, Mr. Vernon Connor, for leading the steering committee. To the youth expert, Ms. Eversley, for her knowledge and expertise. To Dr. Jeffrey Hanley, former youth director, who was instrumental in forming the 2013 draft youth policy in which we have tried to perfect. I also wish to thank other members of the steering committee and anyone who has assisted in giving their support. For without your contribution, today would not have been possible. In closing, I urge the youth of the Federation to review the youth policy when it is completed. And know it, for only when you are aware of its contents can you keep our government accountable. Thank you.
It is my honor to relay remarks from the CARICOM Youth Ambassador of St. Kitts and Nevis. The drive to adopt youth policy has gained momentum across the CARICOM region. We are proud that our Federation of St. Christopher and Nevis has also taken up the charge. As CARICOM Youth Ambassadors, we recognize that efforts of mainstreaming youth in national development are of key importance to ensuring the holistic and inclusive development of our nation. As stakeholders in the process of reviewing and redrafting our Federation's youth policy, we fully endorse the document which has emerged, the St. Kitts and Nevis Federal Youth Policy. It is our hope that this document will provide the young people of our country with a voice, an amplified voice. We look forward to a St. Kitts and Nevis which is inclusive of all young people and which ensures that we are able to access and benefit from equal opportunities in all sectors of economic, political, and social life. We believe that this policy is evidence-based and is the best possible tool to guide comprehensive youth-focused development, not only in our nation, but across our region as a whole. As CARICOM Youth Ambassadors, we salute the commitment of our government, with special recognition to our Minister of Youth, the Honorable Sean K. Richards, to ensure that we have arrived at this point today. And we call on all to give our young people a seat at the table. I thank you.